Firefighters are our heroes. These courageous men and women risk their lives for us every day. But what most don't realize is that our firefighters face even greater dangers due to insufficient amounts of staff within their departments. I looked closely into this issue as I brought my camera through the doors of the fire department in my hometown, Falmouth, Massachusetts. Do you feel as though you have sufficient staffing here at the department?
Well, I don't believe we do now, because the staffing, we have 72 people all together in this fire rescue organization, including everybody, but we actually have about 60 line firefighters. And the firefighters are broken into 4 shifts. And each shift has between 10 and 14 people on a shift. And we have 5 fire stations, but that's spread out through 44 square miles. So if you only have 10 firefighters on duty, that could be as little as 2 firefighters at each fire station. And according to the standards that are set by the National Fire Protection Association, 1710, which I'll refer to as NFPA 1710 in the future, it says when you start a structural firefighting procedure, you should have at least 12 people on the fire ground. So right off the bat, we don't have enough people. And back in 1972, the town and the fire department and the union agreed we should have at least 10 people on duty to run the fire department safely and protect the town. And that was back in 1970s when we only did about 1,500 to 2,000 incidents per year. And now, this last year, we responded to more than 6,000 incidents. So we're doing the same as we're doing more with the same as what we had back from some 20, 30 years ago. I'm Howard, Billy Howard.
Can you explain the day you were injured?
Yes, it was February 3rd, February 09. It was a snowy, icy day, and there was a report of a building fire in Woods Hole. And due to a limited amount of people on duty, we have a callback system where I responded to the fire. And at that particular fire, I fell on the ice and snow, going to help a couple of the firefighters with their advancement of a hose line, and I ended up shattering my right shoulder, causing me to retire due to eventually having a shoulder replacement. So, and normally I'm a shift commander, and if I was on my regular shift, I would be the shift commander and I would be running the fire. But seeing that we have this situation in town that we need extra help, I actually went as a I don't know if you want to call it a firefighter, but not a firefighter, but I went and actually did some hands-on firefighting, which it was not normally my forte, as to, I would say, or not my normal assignment. Yeah. So I think that may have had a part in my injury, in my eventual disability and retirement.
The 2N2 rule states that firefighters will enter a building the minimum of 2 men. They exit with 2 men, they enter with 2 men, a 2-man team. It's a requirement through the NFPA.
And you found that to be pretty difficult with your staffing issue?
We're unable to fulfill that requirement here in Falmouth because of our staffing issues.
Do you feel that puts you in danger?
Absolutely. Anytime you're trying to, advance a hose line, you have 70 pounds of equipment on your back, and you go into a building where you can't see a hand in front of your face, literally, you're on your hands and your knees. Don't know if there's a hole in the floor, don't know if you're going to come upon a body. One person cannot accomplish all those tactics.
Crawford 28, do see heavy smoke column from 28. 28 reporting heavy smoke column from 28. Answering Med 1. Med 5.
On location, airplane into the trees. We have fire showing. From reports, we have 2 patients out of the plane and 1 still in. We have 2 patients right now with severe burns. We're going to need 2 med flights and send 2 ambulances.
Okay. File on second med flight if available, and a total of 2 ambulances.
Cap, we're all set. Regarding the size of the fire, it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm going to make an attempt for a rescue, though, for the person that's in the aircraft.
If there's nobody available, special call for an additional engine company, mutual aid to respond to the air park.
Drive in Falmouth, District 1, for a plane crash, 1117.
Could you stand by for a moment, Captain, while you have quite a bit of active fire that's going to have to be taken care of. We need 1 person over there to manage that fire.
Okay, Cap, I got that. Right now, just assessing until we get some help over here regarding the triage area. Okay, that fire is in the woods. There's no structures involved.
Okay.
Repeater.
Save 371, you're on to the air park in Falmouth. 370, be advised I've gotten no takers so far, but I have another medical call on Running Light Way.
Received, will be mutual aid, and also notify the deputy, see if he's available. Falmouth Fire Master Engine 355, we've been on the air for about 3 minutes en route to the air park.
Received, Mashpee. You can switch right over to Ops 1C4. Command will give you orders.
Ops 1C4 is switching now.
We could use an engine for coverage.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Thank you.
Both victims, both burn victims. The one in the ambulance right now is going to be the first one med flighted out of 37. He's got 50% or greater. And the second victim has 30 to 50%, both second and third degree burns. Medium build for both of them.
Okay, thank you. Second ambulance will be here shortly, and we will have a Mashpee engine established landing them. Falmouth Station 1 for the car, Station 4, Engine 124, respond to Falmouth. Station 3 for station coverage due to the plane crash at the air park. Fire alarm standing by at 1128.
Do you feel as though your budget allows for the proper amount of manpower?
I don't believe there's enough in the budget for the proper amount of manpower that we currently sustain now, the levels. So we have this 10-person minimum, and we have to pay overtime when we drop below that minimum. But we have a $5.9 million budget, and just like many other fire departments throughout the country, a good 90% of that budget is for personnel costs. And we do pay quite a bit of overtime when we drop below the minimum manning. But it seems as though the town over the years has developed a theory that it's cheaper to pay overtime than it is to hire the right amount of people to do the job correctly.